So we'll quickly move on. We're on investing in innovative ICT reforms in education. So I'd quickly like to welcome to the panel, the chair of the panel, Kester, who's Deputy Director of Education Services for Cambridge Assessment International Education. Please give Karen a warm welcome. Hey. And Karen will be joined on the panel by His Excellency Hussain Hammadi, the Minister of Education for the United Arab Emirates, His Excellency Dr. Majed bin Ali Al Noaimi, who's the Minister of Education for the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Excellency Dr. Kamal Bani Hani, who's the President of Hashemite University. Okay, lovely. Dr. Nicholas Letting, I know you're here, the Council member for KICD, Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. And we do have, for the Egyptian Ministry of Education, Karen, we do have Ahmed coming, but he's just finishing with the minister, so carry on with the panel, and he'll be here in 2 minutes, okay? So that'll be Ahmed, and if we could look at 11:15, yeah? Thank you very much.
Thank you, John, and welcome to the panel members. And as you know, we've been told plenty of times we have a tight schedule, so I'll get straight into our discussion and questions. So firstly, I'd like to turn to Your Excellency Al Noaimi from Bahrain. And in Bahrain, you've made it a top priority to get the best technology for your classrooms. And I wonder what teacher training and professional development programs you are implementing to ensure that your teachers are able to keep up to speed with the latest ICT in education.
شكرا جزيلا. في الواقع هذا سؤال مهم جدا، لأن احنا نتكلم عن عصب أساسي في التعليم وهو المعلم. يعني لو احنا نحضر أحسن جهاز موجود في العالم وأحسن وأجمل كتاب، بدون معلم سيكون هذا جزء من ديكور الفصل الدراسي. فلذلك نحن سعينا أن يكون التدريب قبل تنفيذ أي مشروع، لأن أي مشروع لا يكون له تهيئة وإعداد القوى البشرية المنبور له بالذات، يعني لا يمكن أن يؤدي إلى الصورة المطلوبة. فعندما بدأنا على سبيل المثال تطبيق مشروع منظومة التكنولوجيا في تكنولوجيا المعلومات والاتصال في التعليم، بدأنا بتدريب المعلمين في كافة المجالات، سواء وأعداد كبيرة منهم في مختلف المستويات كما أشرت أمس في محاضرتي أو في العرض الذي قدمته. ولكن هناك نقطة أريد أن أؤكد فيها، هي أن احنا نجحنا في وضع كادر للمعلمين، لأن يجب وإحنا نتكلم عن المعلم أن لا ننسى الحافز الأساسي له. فربطنا الترقية باجتياز عدد من الدورات، فهذا شجعهم كثيرا في هذا الجانب، وأيضا ظهرت إبداعات كثيرة. وفي نفس الوقت لم ننسى الإدارة المدرسية، يعني مدير المدرسة لا تكون هي نهاية المطاف، وإنما هو أيضا مرحلة متقدمة ويخضع لتدريب ويلتحق بكلية المعلمين في دورات خاصة حتى يستطيع أن يطلع على ما هو جديد ويتابع المعارف الجديدة، ولا تكون بس خبرة تتكرر كل عام. فهذه النقطة أنا أكد عليها وأنصح فيها، يعني إذا سمحتوا لي أن أستخدم هذا التعبير، أن أهمية التحضير في البداية مهم. 2، التدريب يجب يكون متواصل طوال الخدمة. 3، ألا ننسى كافة الوظائف في الوزارة أو في القطاع التعليم، لأن كل وظيفة وكل منصب يساعد الآخر. فبالتالي إذا كان هناك فريم ورك حق التدريب أو إطار عام له، أعتقد أنه بيكون مهم، لأن التكافل في هذا الجانب مهم جدا.
Thank you very much. Very good to emphasise the importance of high aspirations and that continuous element of professional development. So if I could move on to Your Excellency Al Hammadi. Given the strong emphasis on innovative education reforms in the UAE and utilising the power of technology, could you explain what investments you're making into the professional developments of your teachers?
في البداية السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رسالة ترحيب من شعب الإمارات الحاضرين في هذا المؤتمر، والشرف كبير لي التواجد معكم في هذا اليوم. طبعا في دولة الإمارات نسعى إلى أن يكون التعليم متطور ويواكب المستجدات الحديثة. نسعى أن التعليم هو يكون أساس ومحور انطلاقة نحو الاقتصاد المعرفي في دولة الإمارات. كما أشار أخي معالي الوزير أن المعلم هو المحور الأساسي وهو العمود الفقري لتطوير أي منظومة تعليمية في العالم. لذلك مع دمج التكنولوجيا، وأصبحت التكنولوجيا عنصر أساسي في العملية التعليمية، وهي عنصر مساعد ولن يعني تأخذ دور المعلم، بس المعلم يجب أن يواكب هذه المستجدات الحديثة في التكنولوجيا ويتمكن منها ويطبقها بطريقة صحيحة، لأن في فرق شاسع بين جيل وجيل. الجيل الحديث هو جيل ولد في التكنولوجيا، عنده مهارات. الطالب عبارة عن تكنولوجي نيتف، يجي المدرسة والصف عنده مهارات عليا. يجب أن يكون المعلم عنده هذه القدرات وهذه المهارات. لذلك أطلقنا العديد من البرامج التطويرية والتدريبية للمعلمين، ووضعنا منظومة لذلك، منها سواء كانت الدورات الداخلية، تبادل الخبرات بين المعلمين، الشراكة مع الشركات العالمية والرائدة في استخدام التكنولوجيا ودمجها. نشجع المعلمين على الحضور المنتديات العالمية والمؤتمرات. عمل نظام تبادلي بين معلمين من دولة الإمارات ودول أخرى مثل فنلندا، أمريكا، بريطانيا، كوريا. عندنا مشروع كبير وهو مشروع سفراء التعليم. سنويا نبتعث في حدود 300 ل 400 معلم وإداري وقائد تربوي إلى دول العالم الأخرى لتبادل الخبرات والتجارب والاستفادة من الدروس. كذلك في المنظومة المحلية يوجد لدينا منظومة لتطوير مهارات المعلمين. في الإمارات نحن عندنا 100 ساعة تدريب سنوي إجباري لكل معلم أو مدير مدرسة، وهذه 100 ساعة يتم تحديد التدريب بناء على تقييم أولي للمعلمين والقادة التربويين ومعرفة احتياجاتهم التربوية، ثم وضع خطة تفصيلية خلال العام الدراسي لمساعدتهم في الثغرات وتطوير مهاراتهم التي يحتاجون إليها. كذلك عندنا منظومة إلكترونية بلاتفورم شبيه بمنظومة إدراك، ولكنه عبارة عن شبكة داخلية للمعلمين يتم في تحميل فيها الدروس، ويمكن للمعلمين الاستفادة من هذه المحاضرات. ونختار لكل مادة في حدود 600 معلم مميز يكون هم سفراء أو رواد الانوفيشن والابتكار في هذه المادة، ينقلون خبراتهم وتجاربهم لباقي المعلمين. كذلك أطلقنا رخصة المعلمين، ورخصة المعلم صار فيها معيار ICT مهم جدا، وتمكن المعلم من المهارات والقدرات على دمج التكنولوجيا وتقديم الدروس بطريقة ترغب وتجذب الطلاب، لأن الطالب في النهاية هو الهدف الأساسي من العملية التعليمية. كذلك عندنا سمارت مجلس، عندنا مؤتمرات. عندنا في الإمارات 3 مرات في السنة نعمل أسبوع تدريبي يغطي تقريبا 28,000 معلم في مؤتمر يعمل في بداية العام الدراسي ونصف العام الدراسي والفصل الثالث من العام الدراسي. كل هذه الأمور تمكن وتوفر فرص مميزة للمعلمين لتطوير مهاراتهم وقدراتهم وتمكنهم، وإن شاء الله نرى هذا يعني ثمار هذه الجهود وهذه المشاريع في بناء الطلاب وتمكنهم وريادتهم. كذلك أريد أن أضيف شيء بسيط، أن احنا كمسرع لإدماج التكنولوجيا عملنا مادة تسمى تصميم التكنولوجيا، تبدأ من الصف الثالث، ويتم فقط تعيين مهندسين والناس عندهم خبرات في الاندستري لتدريس هالمادة، حتى يكون كذلك تفاعل في المدرسة بين المعلمين الموجودين ومعلمين هذا المادة لتسريع إدماج التكنولوجيا واستخدامها. وهذا المهندس هو يدعم باقي المعلمين كيف ممكن تستخدم التكنولوجيا بطريقة أفضل وأحسن في شرح المادة العلمية أو عمل مشاريع تكاملية حتى يكون المردود أكثر وأسرع إن شاء الله. وشكرا لكم.
Thank you. That was useful to highlight some of the ways of cooperating and collaborating to help teachers with the ability to implement the technology. Thank you. If I could move on to Your Excellency, Dr. Bani Hani. Could you explain what investments in ICT your university is implementing on campus to enhance the student experience?
And, good morning for everybody. We at Hashemite University in Jordan, we greatly believe in the importance of ICT as a core value of transforming the education into the third millennium, and in providing our students with the adaptation and skills and teach them how to dream for the next non-invented sort of jobs. Actually, we invest in the last few years more than $10 million in the infrastructures to provide the ICT at the campus of the Hashemite University. Firstly, we started with the infrastructures, including the smart classrooms, expanded computer labs, servers, modern data centers. Also, we concentrate on the training of the faculty staff and the technical staff. So there was a lot of workshop and training for these type of facilities. Also, we changed the laws and regulation in the university. Now, every faculty staff in the university is mandatory for him to have an online course. We start with the mandatory university courses and then the mandatory faculty courses. So each faculty staff apply for promotion or sabbatical leave or annual leave. One of the conditions that he should develop his courses into an e-format, and this is mandatory. Right. And by this, at least, we started with 54 courses in e-format in each of the 54 departments in the university. And the additional courses is provided as supplementary courses online through the modules which we use it as a portal for the student. Okay. Also, we concentrated on appointing in the computer center and the e-learning center the necessary staff for there's at the moment more than 50 staff in our e-learning center. We have the employees which include webmaster, network system administrators, hardware technician, training specialist, also educational technologists, which provide instructional design support for the courses. Our library, there is around 500,000 items, mostly in e-format, and we use the RFID system in our library, so it's very advanced. Also, we provide for the student and the employee ICT literacy classes, computer repair and maintenance workshop. Regarding the e-format and e-learning, we, with other university in Jordan, convinced the Ministry of Higher Education to allow all universities to have 25% of the credit hours on e-format. And it became like a regulation in Jordan. So we use this regulation now to implement the blended learning in our, so all our curriculum, there's at least 25% in e-format. And we use our in-house resources for this system, learning management system, distance education, and video conferencing. Every faculty staff has access to the internet and to this technology. In each of the offices in the university, there is Ethernet boards and internet access, and the same is available in all the university halls and classrooms. Okay. We have interactive smart boards in most of the lectures halls. The students also have 24 hours access to this material and the net. We change all our regulation in the university, the financial regulation, admission, everything now is paperless, so it's automated in the university. and we cut the use of the papers in the university almost more than 80%.
Yeah.
So everything is automated. In the university campus, which is a huge campus, it's 9 million square meters. We have 3 types of connectivity: the fiber-supported network and very widespread Wi-Fi, in addition to the intranet between various buildings of the university. Now the students, they have the online registration, even payment of the registration fees all go online, automated. And we use the modules to have a communication channels between the faculty staff and their students.
Yeah.
At the moment, we have 8,000 students in the university having online courses. Among the total number of the university students is 23,000, so almost 40% of them, they have online courses. So this is the most important investment, and in every year we allocate millions of dollars for the budget to enhance and promote the ICT inside the Hashemite University.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was really interesting to hear how it's not just about what's happening in the through the curriculum, but it's infused all the way through the life of the university, right from the initial registration and the fact that you've had to change some rules and regulations to support all of this. Thank you. And welcome to Dr. Daha. But first I'll go to Dr. Letting. Could you please provide a brief explanation of how the Institute for Curriculum Development the education cloud that you manage, that platform, how you manage that between content providers and schools, and how the education content and edtech industry can work with you to deliver your objectives?
Thank you. Kenya is located in East Africa, and in Kenya, we have a Kenya Vision 2030, which has a vision of ensuring that Kenya attains a globally competitive country by the year 2030. And one of the key pillars under the social pillar is education. Education sector looks at how we can be able to improve service delivery of our people to serve the East African community and the rest of the world. And the Ministry of Education has very many state departments, and one of the key parastatals includes the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. This is the parastatal that is responsible for the curriculum reforms as well as curriculum reviews. Every 5 years, we expect to go through a curriculum reform. But the last time Kenya did that reform was in 1985, over 30 years ago. And in 2016, Kenya, through the help of UNESCO, went through a process of needs assessment to be able to identify what are the core competences of the 21st century. And some of them include the issue of digital literacy program that was introduced in Kenya in 2017. This is a situation where every young person in the early years of education is required and expected to have a device, a laptop, that they're using it for their learning in school. And the education, the competence-based curriculum that is being promoted in the country at the moment has 3 levels. The early years education, that is pre-primary education, 1 and 2, grade 1 and up to 3, and then the middle school, which is running from grade 4 to 6. And then grade 7 to 9 are now the senior school. Now what happens is that the various stages, it's a requirement that every learner is introduced to using digital learning among us so that they can be able to embrace the 21st century skills. And Kenya is a very dynamic country. Most of our human resources are shining all over the globe. And Kenya has invested heavily in the area of digital literacy by ensuring that across the country there is electricity. Because we know that without electricity, you may not be able to use internet, and you may not be able to have enough power. So Kenya, over the last few years, the government of Kenya has been able to invest in issues to do with power, through electrifying through what is called last mile connectivity in electricity. And by so doing, the infrastructure is so that now, out of the 10 million young children in primary schools, they can access education through devices that are available through the content created by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development in Nairobi. And therefore, with that infrastructural development and the content that is developed, the teacher training has taken place. As we speak today, we have trained over 170,000 teachers in Kenya, out of the about 240,000 teachers, to train there are about 10 million students in primary schools and about 3 million students in high school and half a million students in the universities. That technology, using the Kenya Education Cloud, enables the students and the teachers to communicate on a real-time basis through technology. And such innovation is applicable now in East African community, and we believe that as a country, we are committed to ensuring that that is used even at other levels where institutions and individuals can be able to borrow from Kenya. And in terms of issue of transition rates in Kenya, is over 85% transition. That means those students who join from primary school or pre-primary education through primary to secondary school are able to transit at higher levels. And we believe that in the next few years, as a country, Kenya is positioned to be able to reach out. And I'm glad yesterday there was a very good presentation by JPIK, and he did allude about showcased Kenya as a very good example of digital literacy program that has been applied in Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Letting. And an important reminder that we need the foundations in place. So if you haven't got the electricity, you won't be able to take the benefit of some of this digital innovation. And Dr. Daha, we heard a little bit earlier from the ministers about the education or the Egyptian Knowledge Bank, but it's such an important innovation. Perhaps I could ask you a little more. As this continues to grow, could you share any lessons that you've learned from initiating this project and how you plan that the Knowledge Bank will evolve?
Thank you, Karen. Actually, it's like a long story of the transformation. When 3 years ago or 4 years ago, the vision is set to just transform the education. And when we are talking about transformation, it's about people, the process, and technology, and like an enabling content for this type of transformation. So EKB, the Egyptian Knowledge Bank, it's like a huge project, and actually it's a lot of contributors are, maybe our partners are up here in this arena. I'll talk a little bit about the Egyptian Knowledge Bank, because this is like a session with Dr. Tari, the minister. He will talk more about this Egyptian Knowledge Bank. It started about when I was, all of us in universities were trying to access publication and access trying to achieve the studies in terms of having writing up their thesis. They need to look up publication and have the scientific research. It was hard for universities in the region to access this type of knowledge, and we pay a lot of money in that. It came about the idea of having all the content published all over the world, just available for the researchers, students for free. Just an access for free. This is what was basically done about convincing all the publisher to be in a single platform, a single accessibility for the Egyptian people just to access this type of technology, the content, the research from all the providers all over the world to consume this only for the IP registered in Egypt. So basically, this is like the content enabling for any research, any studies, any innovation in different disciplines, in medicine, in science, in computer technology, and even in literature, in Arabic language and in English and French. So all of this technology are hosted here in Egypt and available for free for the content. Details will be available in this session for Dr. Tari. I don't want to ruin this part. But the IKB, it was the first basic foundation for the transformation in the education journey here in Egypt, from the basic education and the higher education.
Thank you very much, and it's certainly quite inspiring to see that project as it's working through, and we'll all be watching, I'm sure, to see how that evolves. Sure. So if I could move back then to Your Excellency Noaimi. For our second questions, we've got much less time, so if I could encourage you all to be brief. Yes. But could you explain the role of the Bahrain Education, Training and Quality Authority in implementing the reforms for the new system of national examinations that aims to build a more diversified economy?
أعتقد هذا مثل الكويز، يعني لازم أختصر كل شيء، سؤال مفاجئ، فلازم أحاول أجمع بين كل المعلومات وأحاول في الدقيقتين أو الثلاث اللي أعطيتني إياها يعني. فإحنا ننظر أولاً ماذا حدث ضمن هذا المشروع. كان في مشروع تطوير التعليم والتدريب في مملكة البحرين، وهذا المشروع اشتمل على العديد من المبادرات، من ضمنها مبادرات البوليتكنيك، إنشاء كلية فنية بوليتكنيك البحرين، إنشاء كلية المعلمين مع المعهد السنغافوري لتطوير التعليم، ومشروع تحسين أداء المدارس وهيئة ضمان الجودة وغيرها من هذه الأمور. احنا ننظر للتقييم انه جزء اساسي من تطوير التعليم. لا يمكن تكون عندك كلية بعيدة عن التطبيق او برامج بعيدة عن التقييم. فإضافة لمركز القياس في وزارة التربية والتعليم، توجد ايضا هيئة ضمان الجودة، وهي هيئة مستقلة لا تتبع لا لوزير التربية ولا لوزير العمل، وإنما رأسا مرتبطة بنائب بمجلس الوزراء في السابق ثم نائب رئيس مجلس الوزراء. هذه التقارير هنا التحدي كيف نستفيد من التقارير التي تأتينا على سبيل تدريب المعلمين، خصوصا وأن احنا عندنا أيضا مركزين، مركز تكنولوجيا المعلومات والاتصال يعمل مع اليونسكو، ومركز التميز بالتعليم الفني. فاحنا حاولنا من خلال هذه الأمور أن نقيم أداء مدارسنا. في الواقع زادت نسبة المدارس اللي تأخذ ممتاز وجيد، لكن هني نقطة مهمة أحب أشير لها، أنه لا ينظر إلى التقييم أنه مثل ما ينظر إلى أي مسابقة رياضية من الأول ومن الثاني، لا، يجب أن ينظر له حتى في هذا الجانب. يعني احنا لما دخلنا في مشروع التمس، اختبارات التمس، كان هناك ضجة كبيرة في البداية حول الأداء، ولماذا الوزارة، لكن احنا ننظر له كتربويين ان هذا التقييم هو يفيدنا في تدريب معلمينا، في خصوصا ان عندنا سياسه تدريب تركز على ترينر وغيرها من تدريب المدربين. لما نسترجع هذه الاختبارات سواء او التقارير، هنا يجب ان نتعامل معه، وفعلا هذا اللي تم. عندنا مشروع تحسين اداء المدارس، هدفه الاساسي الارتقاء بالمدرسه على ضوء النتائج والتقييم. فانبثقت من هذا المشروع كثير من البرامج حول المدرسة البحرينية والتعليم من أجل التعلم وغيرها. اللي أريد أن أصل إليه أن إحنا يجب أن ننظر إلى التقييم كوسيلة من وسائل التطوير، وليس وسيلة لنكون فيها بعيدين عن الجانب التقييم، لأن إحنا نعتقد أن هذا الجانب اللي هو معرفة أدائك ومعرفة وضعك، يعني في أي وضع تستطيع من خلاله أن تدرب معلمينك، تعدل كتبك. وخصوصا أنا أشرت أمس أن في مرحلة جديدة، مرحلة التكنولوجيا والتعليم، يجب نستعد بها في نفس الأدوات ولكن بما يناسب التطور.
Thank you. And an interesting example of using an independent body there to gather the data and provide the feedback that you could then use when supporting schools and teachers.
احنا حرصنا ان تكون التقارير حيادية وإضافة لآلية الوزارة، ولكنها تكون تقارير وأيضا مشورة للأهالي موجودة على الويب سايت، كل مدرسة تعرف ما هو وضعها. فهذا يعطي حافز لكل مدرسة أن تعمل وتطور، وليس فقط على مستوى المدارس وإنما أيضا على مستوى الجامعات. نحن أي برنامج أكاديمي لا يتناسب مع تقارير الأمانة العامة أو هيئة ضمان الجودة نطلب خطة علاجية، وفي نفس الوقت نوقف القبول، وبعض الأحيان نتخذ قرارات بإغلاق الجامعة. شكرا.
Thank you. Moving back to yourself, Your Excellency Al-Hammadi, under your Ministry of Education initiative, Transformation to Smart Education, you have a smart school transformation framework. Could you explain how this has assisted school leadership in supporting school improvement?
بالنسبة لمشروع التعلم الذكي في دولة الإمارات، هو مشروع تم إطلاقه برعاية كريمة من سيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد، وهي عبارة عن منظومة متكاملة. وكما أشار العديد من الخبراء أن الاستثمار في التعليم ودمج التكنولوجيا دائما المشاريع هذه نسبة النجاح فيها تكون قليلة، يعني من تجارب وقياس في دول كثيرة نسبة الفشل تكون عالية في هذه المشاريع إذا ما كانت موضوعة من خلال منظومة متكاملة تراعي جميع الأهداف التربوية من هذه المنظومة وقياس أثرها على الطالب وجودة التعليم وتطوير التعليم في المدرسة. لا داعي من استثمار يعني ملايين من مبالغ الدولارات إذا كان لا يوجد مردود على الطالب. لذلك في دولة الإمارات تم إنشاء أول منظومة لتقييم المدارس من ناحية النضج الإلكتروني، وهو يساعد قائد المدرسة مدير المدرسة أو الليدرشيب في المدرسة، يساعد المعلم ويؤهل البيئة المناسبة وكذلك الطالب. أما بالنسبة لما هو فائدة هذه المنظومة لمدراء المدارس، أول شيء يعطيه بشفافية تقييم مدى جاهزية المدرسة التي يديرها وتطبيقها للتكنولوجيا، كذلك مدى قدرات المعلمين في استخدام التكنولوجيا ودمجها في الدروس، مدى استفادة الطلاب من هذه التقنية المستخدمة والمدمجة في المدارس وكيف تؤثر على تحصيلهم العلمي ورفع كفاءاتهم ومهاراتهم. نحن نتكلم عن مهارات القرن 21، نتكلم عن اقتصاد معرفة، لذلك يجب أن نراعي هذه الأمور في عمل التقييم. كذلك استخدام هذه التكنولوجيات في التقييم والقياس في المدرسة وتجميع البيانات وتحليلها، كذلك في تسهيل عملية إدارة المدرسة وإعطاء المدير بعض الحرية في اتخاذ القرارات بيتناسب مع ظروف مدرسته. فهذه المنظومة المتكاملة في منظومة النضج الإلكتروني وتقييم المدارس من الناحية الإلكترونية بعد تطبيقها من سنة تم الحين حاليا نقلها إلى منظومة تقييم المدارس في دولة الإمارات. في دولة الإمارات نحن عندنا منظومة متكاملة لتقييم المدارس تقيم جميع المدارس الحكومية والخاصة، والآن صار عنصر جديد وهو عنصر تقييم النضج الإلكتروني واستخدام التكنولوجيا ودمجه في التعليم. فهذا بطريقة مختصرة.
Thank you very much, and interesting to highlight those complexities of integrating different technologies. Dr. Bani Hani, to broaden your contribution to the Jordanian knowledge base through your university research programs, what partnerships with the technology and content industry are you implementing?
We at Hashemite University believe that science and technology are the main driver for industrial, economic and social development. And the university-industry linkage and partnership is an essential in this process. We think the main difference between a high school and university is the relationship with the industry. At our university, in the research lab and in the technical centers, we have excellent relation with many vendors in the industry, especially Microsoft, Cisco, HP, Zain, and Idrak. Of course, we are looking forward to expand this relation. Mainly after this conference, we are looking forward to have more constructive relation with Discovery, with Cambridge International. Now, there is a problem on this aspect that in developing countries, especially with modest resources, the for-profit companies need to have special consideration for universities in the developing world to have a constructive knowledge, because we know that knowledge itself is a public good and education is a basic right. So we need more of constructive and positive relation between these companies and industries and the university to facilitate this process.
Okay, thank you. Quite thought-provoking for us then. Thank you. Dr. Letting, could you explain how you are managing to coordinate the Kenyan digital literacy program with the new curriculum rollout and the ongoing teacher training in both the new technology and the new content?
Thank you. What we have done is that we have been able to involve stakeholders, such as the private publishers, who will develop the digital content that will be able to be supplied to KICD, and KICD will be able to put it in a digital manner of delivery through the radio, TV, as well as CDs. And one of the things that is happening out is coming out is that a number of commercial private publishers are more interested in some of the issues to publish materials, but KICD is developing special needs content, for special needs education, and be able to reach out. Through the cycle of curriculum reforms, we're now in the stage of piloting the content countrywide. Kenya has 47 federal states which are known as counties, and each of them we selected 10 schools to pilot last year, and in that was phase one of the piloting of the content and learning through digital approach. And this year we have gone into national piloting that covers pre-primary 1, pre-primary 2, grade 1, 2, and 3 in all the various areas that include mathematics, languages, and sciences. Now, in terms of the issue of partnership, the two ministries of Kenya, the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of ICT, are partnered in a manner that they are able to. ICT is providing the framework, the infrastructural framework, and the Ministry of Education is providing the content and the policy direction for all the stakeholders that include the parents, the teachers, and the students who participate in that issue. So, as one of the experiences we have learned is that in order for this process to be successful, it requires participation of all the stakeholders at all levels in terms of development, in terms of implementation, and in terms of monitoring and evaluation to see how effective it is in its application. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the monitoring and evaluation point of that is really important to follow through, isn't it? And interesting, your reflection on the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of ICT needing to collaborate to support these initiatives. Dr. Daher, we don't have much time left, but we know that there's a large education reform project ongoing in Egypt at the moment, and a key component of that is enhancing education service delivery through connected systems. Perhaps you could just pick one thing that you're doing in terms of investment in new education technology infrastructure to support that.
Yeah, yes, we have like a major shift in using technology starting this year. Last Saturday, the President just announced that we are backing up all the initiatives that are being delivered in terms of having a values in the transformation for the education starting from K and first primary, KG and first primary, and just have for the exit of the basic education in grade 10. Again, if transformation, it's about we have a people and a process and technology. It's not about technology. It's about the values that we are creating and we are trying to achieve in the characteristics and the character of the students, and how the fun of learning and the fun how to just have knowledge and how to use this knowledge and how to have the effect on the community and the society. So on the ground, we need to have a classroom that is like a smart classroom, enabling the student to access the technology, the content, anytime, anywhere, and the teachers are having the ability to exploit all their capability in delivering this knowledge with an efficient way. we have like 56,000 schools all over Egypt, in different categories of the schools. We have in the stage we are working right now. We are working on the grade 10. We're equipping the students with a tablet in order to access the content, which this is another major shift of acquiring the content from providers of the knowledge bank to avail all the content concerned with this education, this level, to enable the student to search and try to learn by himself. And this content is available at home as well, and we're availing this for. Actually, it's not the work with the Ministry of Education by itself. It's like a collaborative work with different ministries, because we have the backup of the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology of availing the connectivity and the broadband. We have fibers to schools right now are being delivered. By the 1st of September, we will have a big number of schools that are being connected, and the schools will have a local servers in the schools to act like to have the solution like the smart school management systems and all the delivery solutions. And the major shift again in this is the examination and the assessment part.
Thank you. Sorry to cut you short there.
Sure.
Thank you very much. It was a helpful reminder as we finish the panel that actually technology isn't an end in itself, it's an enabler. And I think through all your contributions, we've heard right from the fact that we need to ensure consistent electricity, through to the cooperation and collaboration that's required across ministries with partners. We've talked about the support for teachers, which is very important in terms of what the students actually experience. And also that we have to change rules and regulations sometimes to be able to create the right environment for getting the best out of technology. So I'd like to thank Your Excellency Al Hammadi, Your Excellency Al Noaimi, Dr. Bani Hani, Dr. Letting, Dr. Daher. If we could thank the panel, please. And I'd just like to close by saying that at Cambridge, we see the opportunities, of course, of using innovative ICT solutions in classrooms, in managing and delivering assessments, in providing resources and in supporting teachers. We do believe, however, that the implementation must be coherent and carefully managed across an education system. And our work with governments reflects this. And you can find our stand just at the entrance if you'd like to find out more about that. So I'd like to close with a video from the Cambridge partners. Thank you.
At Cambridge, our goal is to use our education expertise to transform societies. We work together to improve education quality, support teachers, and develop students to become confident, creative, and independent citizens, with skills that lead them to a lifetime of achievement.
We need to implement a number of reforms, including training teachers, training school head teachers, introducing a new school inspection system, the new curriculum, new textbooks. All these will have the general effect of improving the quality of education.
A coherent approach is about making sure all aspects of your system work towards a single goal: improving educational outcomes. It's about designing solutions specifically for your country and context and identifying areas of focus. At Cambridge, we have the experience of providing coherent education solutions of any scale. We work in partnership and apply a deep understanding of local context to design custom-made education solutions. All our approaches are research-driven and evidence-based.
At Cambridge, we design a high-quality curriculum tailored to your education aims. We also provide teacher support materials and training to ensure that any new curriculum is implemented effectively.
We develop and deliver a range of assessments, qualifications, and tests for learners of all ages across a full range of subjects. The design, administration, and evaluation of all of our assessments adhere to a set of principles that ensure validity, reliability, impact, and practicality.
Teaching and learning materials support curriculum implementation. We create high-quality textbooks and digital materials that engage students and support learning both in and outside the classroom.
We also develop the capacity of your teams to ensure a sustainable future, training teachers and school leaders to better support students' learning and development.
Cambridge actively seeks local knowledge and context for long-term change and sustainability. Together, we can help plan a route to a higher-performing education system for your country.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for the panel. We'll be back in 15 minutes.